Today we're seeing if the new Lenovo Tab 1 can beat one of Samsung's most popular and most affordable small tablets, the Galaxy Tab A9. Plus, I'll tell you which one I would go with, so let's go ahead and get started. Both of these are about as affordable as you can get at just over $100 each. Both of these start with 4 GB of RAM, but the Tab A9 also has an 8 GB RAM version as well. You can also expand the storage with a micro SD card for both tablets. I feel like Samsung has a little more premium feeling build quality compared to Lenovo, but the Lenovo tablet is probably a little easier to hold in one hand because it's a little more curved on the back edges, where Samsung is a little more boxy. As far as the screens go, they both have an 8.7-inch IPS display with 1340 by 800 resolution, and they both have decent screen quality for the price, but once you put these next to each other, the Tab A9 looks a little brighter and has better viewing angles. It also appears to have better screen quality, even though it's TFT versus IPS on Lenovo, but it could just be that it's a little brighter than the Lenovo Tab 1. Probably the best part is you can use both tablets pretty comfortably in one hand. Definitely a lot easier to handle than the iPad mini. One advantage for Lenovo is it lasted about 8 hours in my typical battery drain test versus only about 6.5 hours for the Galaxy Tab A9. Both of these should have plenty of power to last a couple days with mixed use, even longer if you turn the screen brightness down. But if you want the tablet with better battery life, you'll want to go with Lenovo. Software-wise, these two are somewhat similar, where you have the taskbar down at the bottom on both. One difference is Google Discover Newsfeed or Samsung News left of the home screen for Samsung versus the Google Entertainment Space for Lenovo. You also have the Edge panel on the side for Samsung. The older Tab A9 has been updated to Android 15. Weird thing is, Lenovo is the newer tablet and it came with Android 14. It'll eventually get Android 15, but the Galaxy Tab A9 has already been updated to Android 15. So you're definitely not going to get as many software updates on these two tablets versus the more high-end tablets. It's probably going to come down to personal preference on which one has the better software, but you'll be able to do a lot of the same things on both. As far as performance goes, you get a MediaTek Helio G99 processor in the Galaxy Tab A9 versus a MediaTek Helio G85 in the Lenovo Tab 1. Keep in mind, performance-wise, these two are considered entry-level tablets. You can see the older Tab A9 is a little more powerful on single and multi-core scores. I think both of these feel a little bit sluggish at times, especially if you compare these to more expensive tablets and phones. They should be fine for most basic things that you would need to do. You can even do split screen and floating windows if you need to. You just have to be a little more patient on these tablets compared to more expensive devices. You also can play games like PUBG Mobile and Asphalt Legends Unite without too much effort. Of course, they're going to be on lower frame rates and graphics settings, but I've always thought that the size of these tablets are probably one of the most comfortable sizes to game on. It's nice that you get a headphone jack on both tablets. The speakers won't be the loudest out there, with only one on each side, but they actually do sound louder than you would think considering the size. I think it's close enough in sound quality that you can't go wrong with either one, but here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of how they sound. As far as cameras, you've got an 8 megapixel rear facing, 2 megapixel front facing on both tablets. So of course you're going to get better results from your cell phone, but you can chew up to 1080p resolution for video recording on the back of both. Here's a few quick samples of each, of photo and video, just to give you an idea of what to expect. Overall, I think you get decent quality and features for the price on these two smaller tablets. I do think they should give them a little better performance because, like I said before, they definitely can feel a little sluggish at times. But if you just need to do most basic things, maybe just watching YouTube videos, that kind of stuff, I think both of these should be fine for that. Now, which one would I choose between these two? I'd probably lean towards Samsung, but I also might wait until the Galaxy Tab A10 comes out to see how that compares as well. But if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, I've got a lot more stuff that I'm working on, so keep an eye out for those upcoming videos.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.